All right, folks. So,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Kitty. Happy
and that was super fly. Out.
I'm going to start right at the meat of it. After leaving the United States, we flew into Chinook and landed at Tanksonette Airport. We were considered newbies. We got off the transport out the back end, started walking the tarmac. Our first cab helicopter was landing, Red Cross had injured in on board, 4 people. And we got hit by a mortar barrage, and it hit it right in its transmission. And needless to say, we were all covered with everything that a body has. I was scared shitless, scared to death. So I urinated on myself because I was so afraid. As we walked towards the armory to pick up our weapons, our LT landed, got out of his plane, and he came straight from the Citadel, so he had no combat training, no training whatsoever except for being an officer and what they went through. You know, no experience. He was scared too. We went in, I got my weapon, and I asked the LT, I said, look, we got a whole rack of Czechoslovakian Kalashnikovs, which are the real AK-47. I said, it'd be a lot better if our squad took that and use those instead of the M16 because they had a tendency of jamming. 2 rounds would go into the chamber at the same time unless they were clean, and we didn't have time to be doing all that cleaning. So we all suited up. We went and left the armory, got out at Deuce of the Quarter, headed for Ankei, which is approximately 10, 12 clicks south of DMZ. As soon as we got to Ankei, we unloaded our stuff and prepared for whatever was going to happen next. I was with the 101st Airborne and 75th Rangers. We were out for intelligence. Whatever means possible. We didn't bring back prisoners. We just wanted to know where the rockets were coming from because they were killing Americans. So we got visited by General Westmoreland, and when he came in, he said, this is the 327th Regiment, Tiger Force. I want you all, the whole platoon out there, I want you to gather information where these rockets are coming from. They're wiping people out. So that morning at O Dark 30, which is between 2:30 and 3:30 in the morning, we left the base camp with no ID, no dog tags, nothing, just our weapons. Lots of magazines, lots of belts, K rations. I forgot the toilet paper, of course. I didn't know. Anyway, we went out. I'm in the middle of the company. There was 42 in the company. We got ambushed about a click and a half outside of Anke, and we lost 2 platoons. We were in a place where we couldn't pick our guys up and take them back, so we had to leave them. As we went forward, I took point. I'm a good 15, 20 feet ahead of everybody else. I'm watching, paying attention. I told them, look at the ground. Don't get on the berms. Stay on the ground. Look at the tripwires. Look for tripwires. Don't hit them. Step over them. Don't step on them. We heard some noise. I put the crew down, and it was 15, 18 VC in a little lake. It was dust. The sun was coming up, or that middle of the morning, whatever. They were splashing around like children in a pond, throwing water on each other. I guess they figured we were nowhere around, so we outflanked them, surrounded them. Had their clothes over here. Their weapons were in their clothes. Very inexperienced guerrillas. They were Khmer Rouge. So that means dark heart. We pulled them up on the shore, put them down on their knees, hands on their head, told them to stay. Interpreter, which I went to school with, Jerry Zariki, he was Japanese, he knew 8 dialects, very intelligent individual. We went around to each one trying to find out who the officer was. One slipped at the tongue that Jerry said that he was, there's a major here. So that makes a lot of sense. He knows where everything's at, what's going on. So I had the radio man call in first cap, Cobra ship, who had some CIA on it. This used to be confidential. It's no longer confidential because it's been over 50 years, 60 years, whatever. My call sign was Pakuku Wamanian, which means boogeyman. I was the one to apply torture to those individuals that wouldn't talk. Mine was beyond the scope of the CIA. They told me I was a butcher and I was a psychopath. I'm sorry what I did to the humans. But at that time, I didn't care. I didn't care about anything or anyone. I didn't have any friends. I kept by myself. I took my orders. I fulfilled my orders. We found out who the major was. The CIA applied their tactics. They spent 2 hours trying to get information from them. They couldn't get nothing. So I had my little leather bag and I pulled out a scalpel and a straight razor and a mirror. So I told the interpreter to tell him if he didn't tell me, I'm gonna hurt him. He wouldn't speak. So I opened him up from this part of the temple all the way to the right, or left in your case, or right. Cut all the way down below his ear on both sides. Took the straight razor, and went in, took an inch off where I could get a hold of his head. He still wouldn't talk. I put my hands on his forehead and I literally pulled his face off down to his skin. And I put the mirror on his face and he screamed. And he gave up the information. Then I cut his throat. Gave the information to the radio man, and he took care of that with Westmoreland and the other upper echelon. I'm sorry I had to go through that. I'm telling you this because I've been having bad dreams. I'm causing pain to myself. I'm probably causing pain to everybody else. They probably wonder why I'm up so early in the morning, why I sit out there and I see the dead. That's kind of minimized now. But I'm still having bad dreams. Now that I explained partially of what I did, I've done a lot more. But I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to make you guys feel like I'm a butcher. I'm going to jump forward to the 1968 on my second tour. It was during the 10th offensive. We were given overrun. My LT got hit in the jugular vein. I jumped up and I grabbed a hold of him around his neck. Applied pressure. We fell into a foxhole. I played dead. I had blood all over me. Charlie was coming up, figuring everybody's dead, so they want to make sure everybody's dead. They ran out of bullets, so all I got is dull bayonets. They're approximately that long, like a pin. And they hit everybody. Some they went into the flesh, some they didn't. They hit me in my spine, my lower back, but it didn't penetrate the skin. But it did hit a vertebrae. I felt it. I figured, well, it'll go away. Unbeknownst now, it's affected me. I got sciatica. Excuse me. I got my LT up when they had already started to vanish. I picked up my weapon and I opened fire on it. I threw my LT. I'm only 22 years old, guys. I'm young, I'm agile, I'm really good at what I do. I threw him over my shoulder. I walked as fast as I could till I got to the chopper. Sitting there, skids were 3 feet off the ground. And I threw him in. And he was bleeding profusely. And the corpsman inside grabbed a hold of him to hold him down and apply pressure on his neck. And he bounced up and he grabbed me. And he said, I don't want to ever forget you. And he laid back down. The ship went up 150, 175 meters. And he got hit with an RPG. Blew him up. All of them. Just They came down in a big bundle, all bent shit. I want you to know that I know none of you have been there, and none of you have been into combat, but it was very scary. We were given medication called Black Beauties. It was methadone, but it wasn't the point where it caused you to shake or be nervous. It just kept you up and mellow. So we weren't going through traumatic events like that we did go through. I've got a lot of kills. My whole platoon had a whole lot of kills. 42 of us went over, and 7 of us came back. So, I hope you guys, well, forgive me for what I did. I can't talk anymore.
God, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done for each one of us, all the blessings and the positive energy you sent towards us, and continue, please, sending your positive energy and your blessing towards us. Keep all our families safe and healthy, and just please continue making us strong and motivated to stay clean and continue moving forward and being successful. I love you so much, God. Just Lord, let it go a little bit. Amen.
Amen.
All right, God, make me a better person. Teach me to understand people no matter how big or small